Today we're going to be comparing Scandinavia to America.
Nope.
How about this?
Don't get me started.
Okay, this?
Exactly. We're going to talk about the biggest differences in keeping your home organized, complete with sweeping generalizations.
We've lived in Scandinavia and America, and we noticed a few pretty massive differences when it comes to keeping your house organized and tidy. And we're going to share with you our top picks now.
Yeah, these are our top picks, so if you've also lived in Scandinavia and America, then let us know what we missed. And also, if you're here and you like us and you think we're fun and we're useful, then subscribe.
And hit the bell icon so you get notifications when we get new stuff out.
First up is the obvious one, living space. In America, it's quite usual to have houses that are ginormous.
Compared to Scandinavian standards.
Yeah, or just compared to any standard.
Well, they have dining rooms and formal dining rooms, dens and family rooms and bedrooms and playrooms. So because there's more space in America, it's easier to set up systems according to the functionality of the individual room. However, with more rooms, you can also have more clutter.
And then once it becomes obvious, it's a big problem. In Scandinavia, smaller houses means you have more multi-purpose rooms. So usually the kids' room is the playroom, and you don't always have a separate dining room. Not having loads of space in the house means that we spend a lot more time together. So it's quite usual for the family to get together and just hygge. So you could say that the smaller spaces also lend themselves very well to the idea of hygge. And it works. We've made it work.
Not to say that I wouldn't love a playroom.
What's the most hyggelig place in your home? Let us know in the comments below.
Number 2 is storage spaces. So in America, there's a lot more storage space than there is here in Scandinavia. So there are garages and pantries and walk-in closets, etc.
If you're proactive about it, this is a good thing. You can set up good systems that, help you actually keep your house in order.
So for example, the pantry, it's a lot easier to take all your food and really divide them out so you can see everything you have. In Scandinavia, since we don't have pantries, you really can't afford to spread everything out, but you have to pile it together.
Less space kind of forces more minimalistic living. You just can't afford to bring as much stuff into your home because it becomes a problem much faster than it would otherwise. We actually had a situation before Christmas where we anticipated that we're gonna get some new board games, kids are gonna get new Legos. So we went through the cupboards and we reorganized and we decluttered just in anticipation for new stuff coming in. And this is a problem that you just don't have as much in America, or you have a longer time until it becomes an issue in America, generally speaking. Number 3, shoes.
Yeah, in America, people usually wear their shoes indoors. So they store them in their wardrobe or in their room somewhere else. In Scandinavia, we store them by the front door. So we don't wear our shoes inside.
I think it makes it more easy to kind of look at the shoe problem here in Scandinavia. If you have a shoe problem, if you're figuring out what to do with all those shoes and just kind of sort it out once and for all. In America, if you have a shoe problem, it's a lot more decentralized. So how about those shoes? Wearing shoes inside? It's not very hyggelig.
Your rucks get dirty and your feet get smelly by wearing shoes all the time. Of course, it's a Scandinavian's opinion. I'm sure you have others.
We're very prejudiced here.
So if you have a good reason why it's good to wear shoes inside, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, why do you want to wear shoes inside?
Number 4 is variety.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the house for a bit and go to Dollar Tree?
Yes.
Yeah. In America, you have so many options for storage and home organizing solutions. You can go to Dollar Tree or Home Goods or Target and get solutions of all sizes and shapes and varieties and for a ridiculously low amount of monies.
I miss Target. In Scandinavia, we don't have that many cheap options. We have IKEA and probably a few other smaller ones as well. I was sorting out our under the sink storage and I was trying to figure out what the best solution would be down there, and I drew it out, I measured it all out, and then I went online trying to look for things and I could not find any storage solutions there. So I had to go with something that I wasn't 100% happy with, but that was okay because that's all I could find.
Number 5, parents working in the home versus outside the home. So in America, it's a lot more common for the mom to stay at home, or in some cases the dad, but at least for either parent to stay at home.
Here in Denmark, it's not that common. I've done it in both countries, but it's really not something you see very often.
So what that means is that the kids don't spend as much time in the house because they go to daycare or kindergarten, and the house itself isn't occupied as much of the time proportionally as maybe in America. As a result of the living space being more used in America, I think you get more of this, like things getting messy and then you tidying up and then things getting messy again, and then, you know, it's a cycle that repeats itself more often in America than here in Scandinavia.
Again, sweeping generalizations here.
Don't hate us. Number 6, let's talk about food.
Food here in Scandinavia is a lot less processed, but also a lot more expensive.
In America, you get food in massive containers and it never expires.
Basically. When we lived in America, I went to the grocery store once a week or once every week and a half, and it was fine. Here, I really have to plan around what meals we're having when, in order to not have the food go bad before we use it. So I still try to stick to once a week, but it's a lot harder.
The fact that you also have less storage space for all that food compounds the problem even further. We have become masters of planning for food. It's nice to have a pantry, but if you don't have it under control, then it's a lot harder to keep track of everything you have and plan accordingly. So which country do we prefer?
I think in any country you live in, there are pros and cons, and I think we've decided we're never really going to be happy again living anywhere, because we miss things from America, we miss things from Scandinavia, so regardless of where we live, we'll be unhappy for the rest of our lives. But we're a lot more happy when things are organized, so if you like this video, like the video.
And share it, and especially if you know someone that's stuck in the middle of the North Atlantic and has to decide whether to go west or east, share it with them.
See you next time. But we're going to be doing a lot of generalizations.
Do this with me. Put your feet up, like such, and just
relax.
It's not very relaxing.